Good morning. I'm happy that we could start our webinar today, and I'm also happy that we have three attendees right now. So normally we wait for some more, but I think we don't wait too much and start our webinar about our EyeSorter systems. Let me have a look. Okay. I have to move the member slide a little bit that I can read the things. Yeah, today it's all about sorting with our EyeSorter family. And no, not very, yeah. Today the idea is what are the challenging parts in the industry? Mostly you have to sort things, and you need good efficiency, good accuracy, and high flexibility. So mostly you don't have it, and that's why. Oh, 1 second, I got a chat message. I will read it. Um, you cannot hear me, but I switched on my microphone. And my microphone tells me that. Can anybody?
I can hear
Hello?
you okay.
Oh, you can hear me. That's great. Maybe the loudspeakers are not working on your side, um, Mr. Kirchner. So yes, I go ahead, and our solution, of course, our solution was the EyeSorter or the EyeSorter systems, and here we started with the EyeSorter checkbox on the left side, our solution for these tasks. The EyeSorter checkbox is, of course, development based on okay. Is development based on the original checkbox, which was introduced long time ago from Festo. They discontinued it, and some of our customers asked us if we can create a replacement for it. That's especially also why the housing has the dimensions that it has. We see it in live in a few seconds also. So this is only that we know about what we are talking now. And of course, the logical result was the EyeSorter Advanced and Flex, which enables us or our customers to be more flexible in the part size. So for the EyeSorter checkbox, the parts have to fit between these two uh, um, extensions where the camera and the light is. And for the Flex and Advanced, we have simply removed it. And as you can see here on the right side, we added some more connectors, one for the camera and another one for the light, and some more additional I/Os, because the Flex one can do much more than the EyeSorter checkbox can do. In principle, the software is the same as always. Internally runs the iVision software, and we have added this special option for a single button train to any part, which is the general use of the checkbox, which is now available, of course, also for the Flex and Advanced system. And of course, for more complex operations, we have the full functionality of the iVision software in the background, which enables to do all the stuff which was also optional, doable with the checkbox advanced software version. And of course, many more, because we have a lot of more software functionality behind of it. So this is only that we have an idea what we are talking to today. So many applications, we have here some applications like these parts on a glass plate, or of course a bowl feeder, the classical option, or or on a transport belt, or on any other feeder who feeds parts which can be transported to the EyeSorter systems. Um, of course, what do we have? We have a very high performance. So we can sort with the checkbox up to 3,000 parts per minute. We have a very high speed line scan camera integrated with 14,000 lines per second. That means we have a very high measurement accuracy up to 1 micrometer. Of course, for all people who are measuring, I know that now the question is how to do 1 micrometer. Of course, you have to make all the surroundings that 1 micrometer is possible. The temperature has to be stable and all the other things. But what we can assure right now with our system is that the resolution allows us to measure 1 micrometer. Um, of course, we have the single button train, which I already explained. It's based on an AI matching tool. So that enables us to simply train a part with a single button. And after this training, the part can be sorted immediately. Um, and the results can be either displayed or initiated based on our I/O, integrated I/O. So we have in the standard system 4 digital inputs to connect to the machine, and 5 digital outputs for good, bad, rotate parts, and good part. And of course, we have some outputs if you run it autonomously on a machine to refill, for example, the bowl feeder from a bunker, or to do some changing the resulting good output bins. Uh, Everything integrated in this one system, which you see here on the bottom side. So you don't need anything else. You need 24 volt of power supply, and the system is running right away. You connect normally to have an accurate ejection in real time, an encoder. You have an encoder interface here at the machine, which allows you to simply connect any encoder, and based on that, you simply train the ejection or rotation position based on the distance and not on the time. So the accuracy is really, really high. And of course, if you need help, we have an integrated VNC. So that means we can remotely help you at any time, or our customers at any time, if there's something not working as you want or you need support for any case. Of course, for that case, in this case, you have to connect it via Ethernet to the internet so that we can access it. Over this connection, you have also the option to use, beside the available I/O lines, use our Ethernet protocols like Profinet, Modbus, TCP/IP, and many more, or OPC UA, to integrate the EyeSorter in your complete factory solution. All this is is ready to use simply by this small touch screen, which is on top of the EyeSorter system. You don't need any laptop or any other PC if you only want to use it as a sorting system. If you want to do much more, we highly recommend to have a laptop or something to make it easier to use the advanced. I have to enter someone else to allow some additional usage, or to allow the full usage of the iVision software in the background if you need more than the automatic single button train system. Before we go ahead, here I show you, let's say, some of the main display functions of the EyeSorter. You see it in a second on the live system. but only that you see, okay, it's really easy. You simply have a few icons, you simply press the icon, and finally, if you have trained it, you can use the uh, auto button to start with the, sorry. Okay, here we are. To start with the process mode running, and maybe that you have a short idea um, how it looks like in reality. I would change to our live demo that you can see the EyeSorter right now. And now it should change to our video camera, maybe. Okay, I have to switch off my presentation here, or release. Uh, may take only a second. Here it is. And in a second, you see now our live video here. So, okay, that's me in the center. So here you see the EyeSorter system with a demo set up. On top, unfortunately, we don't have a top camera, but what you see on top, you can see it in a few seconds on our Flex system on the other side. But right now, I want to show you only the EyeSorter and how it works. We have on the front side these three LEDs, which shows the result of the EyeSorter thing. And you simply have on top here the different menus for training, as I showed you a second ago. And to show you how it works, we simply start it. And then you see here on the LEDs, I'll run it a little bit slower. You see here for each of the parts, the good, bad result or results. And of course, to show you that it works also on a high speed. Unfortunately, with the frame rate of the camera, you see only a short blinking here. And this is so short that maybe you, or I see it now here, you only see sometimes the LEDs on. This is based on the video capturing mode. Um, but here you see it in slow motion. I think you simply have to believe me that we can do it in this speed. Finally, you can get also a loan of the system to test it by yourself. Um, that's not necessarily that you believe us that it works. So it simply works. Okay, I can stop it again and take over. So I wanted to show you the screen. Maybe I would have moved it over. Maybe we do it later again. We have some more time, so it's not necessary to do everything in one shot. I think I have to go to this one here. So now you should see the presentation again. Yes, this is the presentation. So this was the sorting process, which was on top of the EyeSorter when I started it. And yes, let's go. Oops. So, and here is a short overview of the different menus, how to go from one step to the other. You only have to tap to one of the icons to do the complete setting. You don't, as I told you, yeah, there's no additional PC and nothing necessary to do the training. And of course, you have a database here. So if you train different parts and you want to sort the part again, you don't have to train it again. But anyway, training is really easy as you couldn't see because I couldn't show it to you, but you have only this single button. You run it under the sensor and say, okay, this is a good part, and that's it. So and then it runs. The interesting thing for this database in the background is, in case you have a SCADA system anywhere which is connected to the EyeSorter, you can also initiate a sorting change based on the main system, so that you are able to do different sortings depending on how the setup of your complete machine is. So you're totally free to make really complex sorting systems based on the EyeSorter. And as I told you, you have also the option, and all this option is stored also under the selected part. You can add these additional measurements or whatever you want to do based on the iVision software, which is running in the background anyway. So what you see here is the front end for the iSorter, which keeps all the things hidden for you to do a solution by with drag and drop. Of course, with the drag and drop interface of the iVision, you can do much more. You can measure not only the matching and the AI matching tool, you can also read codes and so on, or you have some additional tools for maybe thread inspection and so on. So they are all available, and whatever you select and do create as an additional inspection task for a stored part, it can be recalled. That means, of course, this to store the parts here is in case if you not only want to do the matching, get a good part to the machine and reject all the wrong parts. Then to store all the information makes totally sense because there might be a lot of more information inside the inspection of the part. So of course, we have some menus to adjust everything, especially the distance to the ejector for the good, for the bad part, or if you have a turner. So if we recognize it's a good part, but the wrong direction for the machine, and if you have a turning unit, you could also define the position where the turning unit is. So you have simple menus where you simply define the distance to these units, either to the ejection points or to the turn part point, so that in case we recognize it's a turn part, then at position 5 centimeters behind of the sorting of the iSorter, you can or the system automatically activates the turning of the part so that a good part with the wrong orientation is turned, that it's in the right orientation for the machine. So depending on, sometimes it makes more sense to turn the parts. In some other cases, it makes more sense to kick the part back into the bin or into the ball feeder so that it's fed again and you have it in the next part, maybe in the right direction. So the capabilities, I think I mentioned most of them until right now, are nearly endless, of course, nearly, because of the iVision in the background and all their infrastructure. So, of course, you have the Ethernet network, which allows you to connect the complete system to first of all to the internet, so that we can help you via remote access, but also to integrate it into your company network. We have direct I/O to make a very easy machine integration based on 24-volt PLC I/O lines. We have an encoder system, which is in most cases really interesting if you have an encoder. So in some cases, if you have a slide where you want to sort the parts, you can use the trigger input for instead of the encoder to trigger the part, or in case of the EyeSorter checkbox, we have an auto trigger. Of course, you could use a trigger light gawk to get the trigger signal, but you could, in most cases, like here in the demo, we use not a light gawk, we use the automatic trigger, which is done in an FPGA in the line scan camera, which enables an automatic trigger without adding another device to the system. But of course, we have the input and we can use it, especially also if we go to the advanced and flex systems, where it might be much more usable. And of course, based on our network, you can go directly to the production line, to the main PLC. Maybe if it's Siemens, you can use Profinet, or if it's any other, you can use, for example, Modbus communication or MQTT, OPC-UR, and many more. They are all available in the touchscreen, and of course, they are available in the main software if you go one step deeper. Um, of course, we have also a web server integrated, which allows you, if you don't like the small touch screen where we show the current result, but maybe you want to see it from any point of your company or on a different display, you have an integrated web server where you can see the current inspected part and the results of the inspection and everything. It's simply integrated. If you are connected to the local company network, you have a direct access. You can use your iPad, your mobile phone or whatever, which gives you an access to the network. And of course, we have a lot of OEM integration options, which allows you to help the integration if you use maybe pneumatic ejection valves. We have a special scenario to switch on the valves that you have the maximum air pressure when the part is in front of the valve and so on. All this stuff is integrated. And of course, you can integrate also the complete control of the EyeSorter family based on our XML system, which you can integrate or embed it in a web server of your main machine if you have a complete setup machine. So here we made a short video which shows, I think you see it on many, it should run or not. If it's not running, I tell you what the video shows. Okay, it's not running. Okay. We are in the 21st century, but it's not running anyway. You have here this bunker which feeds parts into the ball feeder, and the ball feeder feeds the parts to the belt. Here we have the EyeSorter. I try it again. Oh, no. It feeds to the EyeSorter, and the EyeSorter have these different ejection positions or rotation positions. And finally, either it goes to a bin or it goes directly to the machine if you want to operate on the parts. Yes. So here are once again, or here's an overview about the different options, how to trigger the EyeSorter family. Not only the checkbox, it works for the complete family, especially also for the Advanced and Flex version. So we have here the encoder, we have the fork light barrier or light gauge or however you name it. We have the checkbox here, and we have the sorting option. And maybe to show you how the family looks like, I would change now once again to the video system and oh, what's going on? And this is interesting. We have a problem with the change. I think we need another second. For some reason, our video camera is not working as expected, but it will do in a second, I'm sure. So let's have a look. Okay, I think, can you try it again? No. Yes, now it's working, I see. So here we have the EyeSorter Flex system. You can see it. It's the same. So now you see also the user interface. Here we have it on the same sort Flex system. You have here also the buttons for the training. So if you want to use the easy training for the Flex system, of course you can uh, you can program everything here. So if you only want to say, okay, this part with these dimensions, then you don't have to do anything else. But in case you want to do more, you simply can start, of course, here the advanced system, and then you have also the full view of the camera. This one here is now the Flex system, which we have. The difference between the Flex and the advanced system is, we see it in a second, the camera type. This here is an area camera. In the advanced version, it's also a line scan camera, which is much easier for moving parts on a belt. But you can use either the area scan camera or the line scan camera to solve the task. And here in this case, you see the part. It's um, here on the, in this case, on the production belt. We use a telecentric lens, and we use a light source, either a confocal light source or a normal light source. It depends always on the part and the task. I cannot run this belt because all the parts are falling down. So, but I think you can see it's, of course, it's at the end, you see here the parts and the inspection stuff and everything. And only that you see how it works. And of course, on that advantages here now, the cameras are connected through gigabit Ethernet to the EyeSorter Advanced box. On the backside, you remember maybe um, that we had it in the intro, and we will see it once again in a second. So now I would switch back because I don't look so good here, and show you our presentation again. Let's have a look. No, this is the wrong one. So I have to activate the presentation here. It takes only a second. Hopefully it works again. Yes, here we are. And so once again, we have this one here as a schematic option for the EyeSorter systems. Of course, you can use also this discrete setup with our, I think you saw it. It's the real nice thing. It's this, we name it eye mount. This are dovetail based um, oops, more in front of me, then you can see it. This this dovetail parts. So the good thing is you can really adjust it very fine, and simply by a red screw, this one of these screws, it's really fixed and it's not moving, and it's really nice. So we delivered the EyeSorter with this dovetail parts. So you get a lot of attachments to make it very easy into a machine, and especially for the Flex system to adjust the distance between the camera and the light. It's much easier if you use this, but you can use also any other profile or however you want to set it up. Of course, now I want to go one ahead. Here we are. So here we see again our dovetail system. You see here the light is attached based on the dovetail system. The camera is attached based on the dovetail system here. So the camera is connected via the telecentric lens because the lens is much bigger than the camera. And of course, the camera has anyway a dovetail, and here you see also the EyeSorter checkbox has by default, it has connector holes to attach it to the to any machine, but we deliver, of course, one dovetail with the fitting screws, so that you first can attach the dovetail, and you have it much easier to attach it to wherever you want. But you're free. We have a complete drawing of the EyeSorter systems with always the same connection holes. Finally, to round it up, go back to the checkbox. It's the same holes, same distance, same diameter from the original one, so that if you maybe have already one of the outdated boxes, you can use the one which simply replace it with ours because you have exactly the same attachment points. Um, so here you see the difference between Flex and Advanced. Of course, in the Advanced version, we have a line scan camera. It's a Checkbox Advanced. And in the Flex version, we have an area scan camera, different area scan cameras, which allows you to grab images with area scan sensors. Especially if you don't have a belt, maybe you have a glass plate or you have um, a sliding movement, then you don't have an encoder. In that case, the solution with the light gauge and a single shot image based on an area scan camera is the right solution. So as you can see, we have all these options available. So here, once the different options we have, the EyeSorter checkbox, which is now running. Of course, we originally introduced the checkbox with 7,000 lines per second or 7,000 kilohertz. Now we upgraded it to the next speed to 14,000 lines per second, simply to increase accuracy during the scan. And of course, because we have a higher scan rate, we have a higher accuracy, right, for the solution. And of course, about the results, we have the good, bad turn parts. And we have part size based on 30 millimeters if you use the standard checkbox. If you have much bigger parts which doesn't fit inside of these 30 millimeters, you are free to use the advanced version where you're totally free to adjust the distance between the part or the distance between camera and light, and therefore the size of the part. The interesting thing is, of course, we upgraded also the speed for the bigger parts. And of course, for the advanced system, you have a higher, also the option for a higher resolution for the line scan camera to get also in the scan direction a higher resolution. For the Flex version, sorry, for the Flex version, we have the option for area scan cameras from 2 to 20 megapixel, all in full shutter mode, and with up to 150 images per second. So this means also 150 parts per second, depending on the used camera. So that you have no problem based on the speed of your production line. You can use also two. If you use a glass plate, you could look from the side as we showed it here on our demo, but you can use also one camera on from the bottom and one from the light from top, or vice versa, to get two views to the same part. Um, as you can see, the EyeSorter, as we have it in our ads, it has a fixed price of 6,300 euros. The advanced and flex versions are on request. Why on request? Simply because the lens and the light are different. And based on that, the price is varying. But if you have some requirements, simply let us know and we can give you exact pricing for the field of use. Mainly the field of use depend on the pricing. So to round it up at the end, we have here a few parts which already are sorted with the EyeSorter systems, and some more, but this were some of the known parts. And yeah, if you have now some questions, feel free to ask me. I'm here, and I think I can tell you much more about systems right now, which than we have in the presentation. Or if you have something where a part which you want to sort or a task which you want to solve, simply let us know. We can give you a loan for the EyeSorter system so that you can use it and test it by yourself. Yes, now I'm curious to hear something from you. No questions? Um, yes, if there are no questions, then in this case, I finished my presentation here. And I simply can encourage you, call us if you have any need for the EyeSorter systems, or of course also for the EyeVision software. The EyeVision software can do much more than what the EyeSorter systems can do. Um, because we have a really large 3D part in the EyeVision software for 3D operation from point clouds to profiles. We have a really powerful AI in the EyeVision software if you have something to do with the AI. And we don't have to forget that we have all these thermal and hyperspectral imaging stuff in the software. I really can recommend if you want to see what the EyeSorter can do, you can download the free demo for the EyeVision software, which is the heart of the EyeSorter, of the EyeSorter systems, so that you can see all the stuff from, let's say, code reading, color evaluation, 3D, thermal, hyperspectral, and so on. Everything is available, not in the EyeSorter systems, but in the EyeSorter software, in the EyeVision software. And simply feel free, download it. We send you a download link after this webinar so that you have the option to test it by yourself. Yeah, if there are now more questions or remarks or whatever, I would say thank you that you took the 30 minutes for this short intro. I think we will prepare some more webinars for the EyeSorter standard system, but also especially for the check systems with the running production belt to show you also for the EyeSorter Flex system how it works. And simply stay tuned. We send out our info very early after the summer break. Thank you very much and have a nice day.